conjugaisons irrégulières, and then we'll focus on les verbes en ayer. Okay, so the verbs that will end with ayer. Okay, so I wanted to take, well, a classic verb that we tend to use quite often, and it's payer, to pay. Payer, okay, so ayer here, and we'll see that even if it belongs to the first group, so ending with er, so regular group, well, this verb will be slightly modified, and it will concern the following tenses: indicatif présent, futur simple, conditionnel présent, and then subjonctif présent. So it does mean that for all the other tenses, actually this verb will follow the rule, so the endings will be the same, and then the way we construct and the way we build the forms will be the same. But then for indicatif présent, futur simple, conditionnel présent, and then subjonctif présent, so we'll see together that we'll have slight or little changes. Okay, so we'll start with the présent. So je paie, tu paies, il paie, nous payons, vous payez, il paie. All right. So what you can see is that this y actually, well, disappears and is replaced by this i. All right. So like here. So it does concern the je, tu, il. Actually, for nous and vous, you can see that it's here, so it's not a problem. So it does follow the normal rule of conjugation for the first of, so the verbs of the first group, sorry. And then for il, the plural form, it's exactly the same as we have for je, tu, and il. So you change this y and you put I instead. Okay, so that's the way it should be done, and that's the way I was taught when I was young. But then the good news is that actually you've got another option for this payer group or AY group, because it is now allowed to write them or to write these verbs like that as well. Okay, so it's a good news because it does mean that in fact it is possible to write them like you should write them, you know, when you, because they belong to the first group of verbs. So it can go like that. So je paie, tu paies, il paie, nous payons, vous payez, and then il paie. Okay, and in that case it's quite funny because we tend to make the difference maybe in pronunciation, so between this one, je paie, and then some persons can pronounce je paye. Okay, tu paies, tu payes, il paie, il paye. Here it's the same, nous payons, vous payez, vous payez, il paie, and then il paye. Okay, and then futur simple, so as you can see I've been dividing the screen in two, so it does mean that it will be the same. So we'll see first the official and the way l'Académie Française would like us to write it or to say it. So je paierai, tu paieras, il paiera, nous paierons, vous paierez, and then ils paieront. Okay, so you can see that it's exactly the same thing. This y is gone and it's replaced by this I for each forms. Okay, but then it's also possible to use this je paierai, tu paieras, il paiera, nous paierons, vous paierez, ils paieront. Okay, so it is possible and it is an option for you to keep this y, and actually it won't be considered as a mistake, or it shouldn't be anyway. And then let's see now le conditionnel présent. So je paierai, tu paierais, il paierait, nous paierions, vous paieriez, il paierait. Okay, and it's exactly the same thing. So it is allowed to use this je paierai, tu paierais, il paierait, nous paierions, vous paieriez, il paierait. Okay, so it's a good news. It's possible to use this y and to keep it if you want it, or then if you want to respect the official rule, you change this y and you put this I instead. Okay, and let's see now le subjonctif présent. Que je paye, que tu payes, qu'il paye. Or then if you want que je paie, que tu paies, qu'il paie, que nous payons, que vous payiez, qu'il paie. Okay, subjonctif présent, que je paye, or que je paie, que tu payes, que tu paies, qu'il paye, que nous payons, que vous payez, qu'il paie, or qu'il paye. Okay, so it's actually quite good. I mean, because you can see that you've got two options, which is quite rare in French. Normally you get one rule and then you should respect it. So for this verb actually, and for the group of verbs that will end with ayer, so you will have whether the option of respecting the rule and then make these little modifications, or then if you want to keep, well, the normal rule for the air verbs, then it's possible. Okay, so keep in mind that indicatif présent, futur simple, conditionnel présent, and subjonctif présent are concerned